Hello and welcome back, you most wacky conglomerate of people. I'm your host D, also known as MTF Doom, and today we have huge news to talk about with changes to card acquisition, tokens, all kinds of cool stuff coming. Genuinely good news. You know how rare that is. I'm a cynic. I'm really excited. I hope you enjoy. So just before we get into it, if you find this content elucidating, enlightening, or enriching, the best way to let me know is with a subscription down below. It is the large red button. You are probably privy to this information as you are probably an online person. Hopefully this isn't the first YouTube video you've ever seen. It's not a great intro to the forum, but, you know, I'm learning. All right, so let's get into it. Second Dinner has announced all kinds of genuinely very cool stuff happening. This article on the Game House goes over all of it. I fucking hate Twitter. I'm really bad at parsing the information on Twitter. That's where I think a lot of this got released, but I can't read Twitter. My brain doesn't function. So we're just going to read off this article together because this covers all of it. All right, we got Conquest Mode. So this is battle mode, but ranked. But not ladder ranked, like not ranked. You're not going to lose cubes for losing in Conquest Mode, which is cool. So it's a secondary way to play battle mode if you don't want to set up a private ranked game. But there are rewards for doing well. There's special currency that you'll earn by doing good in this mode. Oh, we're right here. Conquest Mode. Yeah. There's special currency you will earn that is only Conquest Mode attainable, and they haven't said what unique items you will be able to right here, unique items. But I mean, the easy money is on card backs and variants, and maybe profile pics or something. But all good things. I'm still holding out hope that there's going to be some kind of a limited environment at some point. This also isn't happening until June. This part of it. Some of the rest of it is going to happen earlier than that. This is a little bit further out, but I'm holding out for like a sealed environment, limited. I know the whole game is kind of sealed, but a draft environment would be really cool because I feel like that's what I excel at. All right. All awesome. Super cool. Big fan. Now, what the thumbnail was referencing, this next one. Card acquisition improvements. Players now gain more tokens from collection level caches if they do not have every card from Series 4 and 5. Starting at level 500, you will earn 200 to 600 tokens from a cache, right? So right now, the minimum is 100, and I think the max is 600, but it's more likely to be 400. I might even be wrong. 400 might be the cap. So you're getting at least twice as many tokens. Now, don't get too excited. There's a caveat to this. Once the series is complete, caches that would have contained a card will now be 100 tokens. So that used to be 400 tokens. If you were Series 3 complete and you would have pulled a Series 3 card, it would have been 400. Now it's only, in quotes, 100. But all the other caches are worth more. However, ultimately, the big change to this is that there will now be a section of the shop where once a month you can claim a free Series 3 card. Now, it's not stated here, but the info seemed to indicate that you were not able to buy Series 3 cards anymore. You can now only claim one a month for free and open them. Now that, for most players, is actually fine. Unless you are, whaling this game and buying every bundle that has tokens in it, you weren't buying more than one Series 3 card per season anyway. Every month, you were not getting enough tokens to buy more than one Series 3 cards. You just weren't, unless you were spending quite a lot of money. And if you were, I don't know, you probably don't, none of this matters to you. You have all the Series 3 cards. This is really cool. It also does the thing that I've talked about before it alleviates the feel bad moment of opening an awkward set of like kind of good but not great Series 3 cards all at the beginning of your Series 3 adventure, right? You just get out of Pool 2, and like the first couple Pool 3 cards you open are just all like kind of awkward or like not in very good decks, or they require a lot more. Like, you know, if you open Death early, that's cool, but unless you have like, you know, a bunch of other cards that are good with Death, she isn't that good. This alleviates that. It also means that there's going to be more of an onus on Second Dinner to balance cards, because otherwise, like, I mean, I'm going to probably refilm these videos anyway of like, so you just finished Pool 2, what now? Because the answer is going to be go to the shop and buy Arrow. Like, that's going to be the like, if the first card that you should buy if you get to Pool 3, Arrow. Just buy Arrow and play a Pool 2 deck, but with Arrow, you'll do so much better. So I think they're gonna like have to balance the cards better now, which I'm also a fan of, because otherwise there's just gonna be like an optimal path of like picking certain cards in the shop. But I don't think that's the worst thing either. Ultimately, it gives players more of like the ability to shape their collection and work towards certain decks, and it shaves off the most extreme feel bad moments on the worst end of like, damn, if I just had this one card, I'd be able to play this stupid deck, but I can't play it without that card. I really like this. I was in that position. I'm lucky enough that I did have multiple functional decks, but I like had Lockjaw, but I just didn't have Dude Thor for forever. So like I just couldn't, like, the deck is so much worse without Dude Thor that I just like couldn't play it. So yeah, all this is really good. Huge fan of this. Token shop revamp. This is new cards that are released will now basically have their own section in the token shop where they will, like, what was a pinned card, what we call a pinned card now, will have its own section. New cards are basically pinned for 1 week. You have 1 week where that will be the card, and that's the only card available in that slot on the token shop. Also, you will still be able to buy Series 4 and 5 cards from the token shop, just not Series 3. It seems. All this seems really, really accurate to what they said, but there's always a small chance that something changes. Like, until it's implemented, it's not implemented, right? Until it's actually in the game, it's not taken for granted that it's exactly going to be implemented in the way that they say in tweets, especially because Twitter's abysmal and no one can read it. It's not just me. I'm not just a boomer. It's everyone. So yeah, token shop, you'll now have basically the newest card will always be pinned for a week to give you the opportunity to buy it if you have the token saved up. That's cool, genuinely. And you know, with the changes to Series 3, it makes tokens a lot more fun, because right now they're very utilitarian. Like, okay, even if it's not optimal for me to, like, you know, like the position I find myself in personally is that I have almost every card from Series 3 that I'd actually want, and then there's a bunch of cards left that I'd like I'd like Green Goblin, I guess, I'd like Destroyer, and that's about it. That, like, I cannot think of more than that, but I know there's a lot more cards that I don't have, but I just don't care. Like, they're cards that don't see any play, that I'm not interested in, like, building around. So, like, my tokens are right now just a utility to be used to, like, get to Pool 3 complete so that I can start earning better amounts of tokens so I can get 4s and 5s quicker. So, this change makes the tokens more fun, right? Like, oh, cool. Like, there's a, you know, there's this new, I want to play with Master Mold. Like, right now, it doesn't make any sense to buy Master Mold, because, like, it's gonna series drop, it's not gonna stay in Pool 5 forever, and it's not that good. It's not, like, gonna make or break a deck. But under this new system, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I got the tokens. I want to play with Master Mold. There's not, like, a utility in holding on to them for, like, a good Pool 3 card that I'm just waiting for. So all that's really, really good for the game, for the gameplay experience, for the health of the economy. All of it is really good. Finally, we got ranked mode stuff. Just, this doesn't go into all of it. You won't play people that are more than 30 ranks away from you, which still seems really far, right? And infinite players will only pair into infinite players. And also you can't intentionally tank your MMR after infinite. So if you don't know, MMR is like the behind the scenes matchmaking rank, I think it might stand for. I might be making that up. Basically, because there's a floor at rank 100, where once you pass that, you can't go back below it. You could theoretically hit 100, and this was the thing that happened in Eternal all the time, that I actually really liked the community for, is that because you could see your opponent's rank, if they were like what we'd call in the 90s, right, and you were in infinite, you would just concede to them. If it was the end of the season, you'd just be like, yeah, you know what, here you go, have a free win, hope it gets you to the infinite rank, because the same thing, you couldn't drop below infinite in that game. So now you can only play infinite versus infinite, which is probably better for matchmaking. I wish you could see your opponent's rank. Like, I would bet that if they say you're not gonna play anyone more than 30 ranks away from you, that they did mean it, but I'd still like to know, like, if I got paired against someone 30 ranks above me versus below me, like, I would like to know that information, if only for my own understanding of, like, I don't know. I think it's useful information to have. I think if you're, like, rank, you know, what am I? I'm like 60 something right now. I think, like, knowing that I'm playing against a 90 something and they snap at a certain point versus knowing I'm playing against a 30 something and they're snapping, like, I feel like that feels different. But maybe that's unfair. I don't know. Maybe the mind games of, like, getting paired against a 90 something at 60 is going to be like, oh, this sucks. It's like, it's just worse off. And then the infinite rank, there's now an official leaderboard. You used to have to use Marvel Snap Fan to figure out vaguely where you were, and it didn't track everyone. It only tracked people who opted into the tracking. So now there is an actual leaderboard. We'll all be able to see Educated Collins at the top, and those two guys that are, like, basically cheesing against bots. That's like a thing, right? That's it. Awesome. So all of that's super cool. All that's really exciting. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you have any, like, did I miss anything? I don't think so. I think that did from, again, like, what I could gather on Twitter and Discord and stuff, that was all the major updates, but maybe I missed something. Do you think that everything that got spoiled is good? You know, maybe there's something you disagree with that actually, no, D, you're missing this. This part of it is actually not good for players. Because overall, I really do, like, I'm still critical of the way that the meta is shaped right now. I'm still critical of a lot of things, but credit where it's due. All this seems to be coming in a timely manner and seems to be really good for the game. So I hope you enjoy. I've been your host, D, also known as MTF Doom. If you find my content elucidating, enlightening, or enriching, the best way to let me know is down below, as we covered before. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.